Texas A&M took a significant step back in the newest college football playoff rankings, falling from 3rd to 7th after the loss to Texas. The Aggies is still safely in the field and positioned to host a first-round game, but the slip adds tension to what once felt like a secure path. Behind them, Notre Dame moved down one spot despite a win over Stanford, while Alabama jumped ahead after beating Auburn. At the top, Ohio State and Indiana held firm. Georgia, Texas Tech, Oregon, and Ole Miss each moved up thanks to the Aggies' stumble. Ole Miss wasn't penalized for Lane Kiffin's departure to LSU, even though the committee is allowed to consider coaching changes. That didn't happen this week, and it's unlikely to become a factor in the final rankings. Oklahoma stayed put just ahead of Alabama and Notre Dame. That small shift between the Crimson Tide and the Irish might seem harmless, but it could end up deciding which team survives the cut. If Georgia beats Alabama this weekend in a close game, the Tide might fall only one spot. In that scenario, Notre Dame would become the final at-large team, with conference champions outside the top 10 unable to jump them. Meanwhile, James Madison might actually have a path to the playoff. The Dukes entered the rankings at 25 with an 11-1 record. If they beat Troy in the Sun Belt title game, and if Duke pulls off an upset against Virginia, it becomes very hard for the committee to justify ranking a 5-loss team ahead of a 1-loss conference champion. JMU enters the weekend as a heavy favorite, while Duke is a slight underdog. The American Athletic Conference is almost guaranteed representation. Tulane and North Texas are both ranked and play each other for the league title. The winner will stay ahead of James Madison and could even leapfrog the ACC champion, depending on how things shake out. As for the final at-large spots, Miami, Texas, Vanderbilt, and Utah seem stuck. None of them are playing on championship weekend, and the committee does have the ability to adjust idle teams, but nothing suggests a major jump is coming. BYU, on the other hand, has a simple path. Beat Texas Tech in the Big 12 title game, and the Cougars are in. In that same scenario, Texas Tech likely gets in as well, even with a loss. Georgia is essentially locked in regardless of Saturday's outcome. Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas, A&M, and Oklahoma don't play this weekend, so their positions are firm too. That leaves Alabama and Notre Dame on the bubble. Both desperately need BYU to lose. And if Alabama falls to Georgia, history shows they could slide just enough to open the door for Notre Dame or even Miami to sneak into the final spot.